Hello, Flosstube. I'm Cat Griffin, and this is Griffin, Stitchin with the Griffin. I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright, bear with me today. I am Cat Griffin, and this is Stitching with the Griffin, number 47. Let me double check. 48. I'm glad I have my notes today. I'd be totally off. Pardon me. For those of you who are new here, rest assured, I don't do this a lot. I try not to. But my channel is predominantly about cross stitching, embroidery, and hand sewing. And I keep forgetting my embroidery project, but I will work on that too when I have some time. Regardless, that's predominantly what my channel is about. I do book reviews, movie reviews. I show off my crocheting and my diamond art and other things that I have going on. I am seriously considering just restarting or resurrecting my other channel, or the channel this one originally was, and using it to show off all the non-fiber projects that I do, like my diamond art and my miniatures and things like that. But not right away. I'm trying to... Give me 1 second. I have something on my glasses and it's driving me crazy. I apologize. But not right now. I need to get into a better living situation and have a little bit more room for all that. For those of you who are returning viewers and subscribers, welcome back. It's going to be another short one. This is the third Wednesday of the month, and on the third Wednesdays of the month I always show you shorts that I have worked on, small projects that I've worked on the week before. So yeah, that's it. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for clicking on me and checking me out, and hopefully you'll watch me all the way to the end, or at least give me a like. It helps the algorithm and helps other people find me that may like what I have. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but everybody knows that. So without further ado, let's get into it. This week I forgot to bring my book. Alright, you're about to see the rest of my room real quick, but I need my book, and I don't edit these things, so give me 2 seconds. Not a very big room. This is the book, and yes, I don't know how to flip it around, but it's 250 Christmas quickies put out by the Leisure Arts. It's called Leisure Arts Best. 250 Christmas quickies. It was put out in 1995, and I decided to do 2 small ornaments in here. They're called nostalgic linen trims. And let me flip the paper over so I don't accidentally show you the chart, because this book has a lot of charts in it. Yeah, the picture's not the greatest for something like this, but doing the castle horse and the train. So if you see those, I don't have it before because I didn't start it. I just showed you what it was going to be. And the paper's trying to fall out of the book now. I've already made a list of the other little smalls that I want to do when I have the time. I do not think you will see this again this year, because I like to... Sorry. Because I like to change up my smalls. But anyway, so that's that. This is the bag that I got at Michael's that I use as my project bag. Still haven't taken the bag off of that. Ooh. But anyway, okay. It's a 2-pocket mesh bag. That's it. Very simple. Carry it that way. Makes it easy. Anyway, so the floss in one, I had the floss in the front pouch and the fabric in the back pouch. And then I separated my projects out so I wouldn't get them mixed up as to who's got the what back. Let me see. I need something to put this on. Give me a moment. I did not plan very well again. I am looking for... Okay. That's my thing for the magic of books. But anyway, so here is the little... Let's put it on that side. Maybe that'll be better. Can't really see it. That's the carousel horse. It's been outlined as much as it's supposed to, but it's kind of hard to see. I didn't really think about that on this. I mean, it shows it as being on a linen, but like an oatmeal or a, you know, some kind of vintagey color. But that's the carousel horse. I will be finishing these, fully finishing these. I have everything I need for it. I just haven't done it yet. I think I will leave that for I will finish it and then you'll see it on the live stream that I'll be doing later on this year. I had done my first live stream ever. I did like a whip parade, not a whip parade, a finish parade of everything that I have done since, that I have finished since I started. Well, yeah, for a few years anyway. I didn't pull everything out that I have actually fully finished, like, but I showed you Frederick the Literate, I showed you the Lamb Baby, and a few other pieces. They're not fully finished, but they are finished, and I showed you there's like a little parade of finished stuff. And so this one will be, it won't be all of my fully finished. It won't be all of them because I have given away some of my fully finished. That's what they were meant for. They were meant as gifts. So, but those that I still retain, I have some bisque corners, I have some little pillows, and then I have a few other things that I'm hopefully going to get fully finished soon. And then, of course, the ornaments. You will see. This is the train, which I think is just really, really cute. I did put this year on it instead of the 1995 that the original has. So that one came out cute. And I will, yes, Sarah, I will be putting on, I guess their back of the ornaments. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I have, anyway, I will be putting my initials and the year on it, so that when I give them as gifts, they'll at least have that on there. I do plan on giving these two away as gifts. Sorry, I keep looking down and talking down. I will be giving them away as gifts, if you didn't hear that. But I will, Sarah the Northwood Stitcher is always checking to make sure she and her friends put their initials and the date that they were made, so that people will know later on in life, years down the road, who did it, or at least have some idea of who did it. So there's that. This is really, I'm sorry I'm talking fast, this is going kind of fast. I'm just in one of those, I don't know, weird moods, I guess. I don't know, I've got so much I want to do and so much I want to get done, and I'm not finished with a whole lot of things. I did work on some other non-cross-stitch stuff. A couple of things I don't have to show you because they're not finished. I'm working on Oogie Boogie, but he's not done enough for me to show you. so there's no point in it. Sally is still in timeout. She's in Stitchy jail right now because I really don't want to do the final stitching on her because it's so fiddly. Now, I'm going to take the crochet hook out of this. I was watching Amora, and she did a hexagon cardigan. Morty is working on one. She showed a little bit of hers not long ago on one of her more recent Flosstubes. And I did not use Amora's pattern for hers. I actually found another one online at a different website, but I don't know which one Morty is using. The patterns are basically the same. Amora does tapestry panels in hers, and something else, but she's got a panel that she puts in hers. So the way that the body is shaped, as far as the arms and right here, is different than the one that I have, which you just sew up the back and you're done, as long as everything is there. Otherwise, you could put a panel on. I ended up putting a small panel on the back just because I wanted a little extra room. I'm not a small person. I'm a short person, but I'm not really a small person. But this is the back, and you really can't tell. I mean, you can, but you can't where my panel is. I don't think you can. Maybe you can. Not that I'm worried about it too much. I'll be wearing this, not someone else. But, so there's the back of it. Here's the front of it. Now, I could have continued following the pattern and not have to put the panel in, but the way that this front drapes, the way that you can't really tell unless you're wearing it, but the way the front drapes is enough of a V shape. I didn't want it to be more than that. I am putting a bottom on it. On some of Amora's, they've got, and some of them they put a bottom on it, bottom borders on it to lengthen it this way. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to put a lot more borders, a lot more on the bottom, because I like my sweaters fairly long. Then I will finish out the top. I will weave in these ends, but I will also put a border over here, just a simple single crochet, just to kind of even all that out and make it look cohesive and nice. And then yeah, it will be done. I will probably make a belt or something to tie around it, since it does not have buttons. I could probably put buttons on it, considering how the lapel or this front is designed. Actually, I probably could. I'll have to look into that. Maybe I'll put, one big button on it or something, just to help keep it closed so I'm not always grabbing it. But I would think that with the belt it might help to snug it up a little bit more. What do you guys think? Belt or button? Let me know in the comments below. But those... Sorry, I have a pen for some reason over there. Oh, I know why. Anyway. So yeah, let me check my notes. Alright. So that's my cardigan. And that's the last of my... Wow, hang on. Okay. I'm gonna have to watch that later because I'm a big fan of Jeremy. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm a big Jeremy Renner fan, and I just saw that and I was like, oh, wait a minute. But that's not what we're here talking about. Yes, this will not be edited. I do everything raw. I am not really capable of editing right now. So, I am doing a diamond dot, and that's the brand name, Diamond Dots, Diamond Art Project, that my children, my son and my daughter-in-law got me. This one is for my birthday. I got one for my birthday and one for Mother's Day this year, and they both fell on the same day this year. So, they're, either one. They were presents, and I'm doing it. Now, the last time you saw it, which wasn't very long ago, I think you can see that. I did all of the green in there, and it's very bright compared to the rest of it. Let me see if I can get it over there. Yeah. Ooh, not much of a glitter. But you can see all the green has been done, and it really pops on that background, so you can tell what has been done and what hasn't been done. And then this time around, I managed to get some time in after I finished the ornaments. So I have done this flower completely. Did a little bit of stuff over here, started work on his beard, started work on I did all the white. So the beard, the mushroom top, a couple little things here, a couple little things over here. But mainly, these two flowers here and then beard and up there. So then the next thing, the next thing I plan to do, see if you can see that. So you can see where the white has been done, as opposed to the stuff that hasn't been done. I will finish his beard, because it looks funny without it being finished. And then, so whatever colors are left in his beard, I will do in the piece. And then if there is time, I will do these flowers. And we'll finish them out. I will not, I can't say I will not, but I might be getting a lot more done if I have the time than I have right now. But that's where it is right now. So that's fantastic. And other than that, I have not done any crafting. I've just been stitching and working. And I read a book. Woo, go me. I actually read an ebook, but I read a book. And it was a fairly long book. And then I watched a horror movie. I know it's Christmas in July, but I watch horror movies. This particular movie is the last in a line of movies that have come out since I was a teenager. Something like that. I forget when the original one came out. Maybe a young adult. I want to say I was a teenager. Okay, I'll have to look and see. Oh, let me Google it really quick. I apologize. No, I don't, because I really want to know, and I really want to tell you. So give me. Okay. Wow. 1978. I was 8. I knew I was young. So the very first Halloween, you can see that picture there. If you can see that. Okay, yeah. Everyone remembers that. Do they? Do they? If you were an 80s child, you knew that. You've seen that. I saw it when I think I was 10, actually. No, I was 8 when it came out. And I did not wait. I actually saw it. No, I take that back. I was 10. 9 or 10. It was on TV by then, so it wasn't even on video. It wasn't even on VHS. So maybe later on, it was in the 80s. I would have to look up to see when it actually came onto television. But it was the very first Halloween, 1978. And they've had like buku since. And I really remember this one, Halloween 2. That was a really, really good one. That was a fantastic, I felt like it was a fantastic sequel to it, even if it really didn't have that much to do with Michael Myers. There were several other ones that didn't. But anyway, I watched them all. I'm a big fan of Jamie Lee Curtis as well. She is still an amazing scream queen. And I wish that in this last movie she would have done it. She would have at least done her iconic scream. She did not. Sorry. Spoiler. She did not. However, the movie ended, the series ended fantastically. It called Halloween Ends. I know it's been out for a little while. I had not gotten a chance to see it. I got to see it on Peacock. So it's been out for a few years. If it's on a stream, well, I don't know when it came out. It's not a big deal. But yeah, the movie was fantastic. A little bit more gory, but it still had that shock scare as well. So the gore was actually a part of it, not as much. Sorry, I'm talking with my hand. Not as much as like the Saw movies and stuff like that. It was not gratuitous gore. It was necessary to build up the fear and the everything. It was actually a really, really good movie, and I'm glad that they ended it the way they did, and that everything came full circle the way it did, and that the town, it was great. I'm not even going to give you spoilers. It was a really, really good movie. If you have not seen it and you like the Halloween movies, or you just want a good scary movie, because you don't even have to see in the other ones to watch that. That was a really nice thing about all the movies, that they were all standalone. Yes, Michael Myers was a long-running character, so was his sister Lori, but and this is what gets me. Lori marries, and her name changes, and for some odd reason, nobody remembers, or hardly anybody remembers, at least in this movie, nobody acknowledged it. Lori is Michael Myers' sister, older sister. And they do claim in the movie that she provoked him until he snapped. That's not the story that I remember from the very first movie. The very first movie, he is a child who, is overlooked. He's already a little off. But I don't remember her provoking him until he snaps. Now, maybe he did. Maybe she did. I'd have to go back and watch the original movie now to see if their accusations are correct. They may be talking about her behavior in H2O, Halloween H2O, which is possible. It's been a few years since I've seen that one, so I don't remember exactly what went on with that, except the fact that he escaped. So it could be, it's just a little odd. But the movie was good. The movie was really, really good. Actually, I read 2 books, and then I wanted to tell you about another one that I had read a while back. I am seesawing between quirky books like cozy murder mysteries and kind of cozy romance. I don't know what you want to call it, fantasy romance, something, I don't know. And horror slash mystery, or horror, dramatic horror, whatever. I mean, there's a lot of sub-genres that go in there. But, yeah, so I've been flip-flopping around in there and just enjoying the hell out of myself. Free Booksy is really good for finding books, especially since they have 4 or 5 different platforms that you can get your book on. I use Kindle and Google Books for mine, but I think Barnes & Noble has one, the Nook or something, and there's another couple of them, I think. But anyway, so the first one is called the Obituary Society, and and it is it's a cutesy, it's a cozy mystery type thing, and it's called the Obituary Society because the main character's grandma, yeah, her friends are so old that they collect obituaries. and yeah, I guess they help provide obituaries, but you learn more about people, I guess, through their obituaries. I don't know, it's just it was, that particular part of it was weird. That's what caught my eye, was the Obituary Society. I'm like, what the heck is this? But it's a cozy mystery. It is written by Jessica L. Ran, R-A-N. It's actually a really cute read. It's an easy read. It does come in a audiobook that you have to pay for. It's available on Amazon. If it's and on Audible if you get the Audible. But I got it from Free Booksy, and then they send you to wherever the platform is that you can find the book. Then there's Calling Back the Dead. Now this is the horror, dramatic horror mystery. Yeah. It is not in-your-face horror. It's more of a psychological thing, or a second-hand account. I don't know. You'll have to read it. I thought it was really interesting. It is loosely based off of an actual place. It's called a Northern Michigan Asylum novel, and apparently the asylum was called Carey Mansion or Carey Manor, but it's loosely based on the asylum, and they do mention some real facts about the asylum, and they give you not a full view of the asylum and its grounds. It just kind of mentions it because it uses one part of the asylum, like one building or two buildings in the asylum, which is no longer operational, but as a setting. So you have to talk about it, I guess. Anyway, it deals with grief and loss. It deals with a haunted house, the ubiquitous haunted house. But it's a lot more than just a haunted house horror story. It deals with a woman struggling to accept the loss of her husband, whom she loved very, very much. And so the story itself, it's how she deals with it, what she does. It also has her sister, so they show her sister's side of it and then her side of it. I mean, it's really well written. It's hard for me to explain because I'm wanting to tell you all these things and I don't want to ruin it for you. So please read the book if you like that kind of stuff. It is written by J.R. Erickson, and it is a series. So it's not it starts with this. I guess each story is a standalone story, and it has something to do with the asylum. There's a connection, even if it's a small one, to the asylum. And so I'm wanting to get the next one. It's not free. The next one's not free, so I'll have to find it and see how much it is, and then eventually get it. But anyway, so that's that one. And then there's Murder and the Mortician. I don't know if I ever mentioned this one before. I'm trying to remember. It's by Marian McCarthy. It is another cozy mystery, murder mystery. As you say, Murder and the Mortician. The main character is a mortician. She's a female mortician. She took over the family business. There is some witchcraft involved. no, sorry, psychic ability involved, not necessarily, not witchcraft. Psychic ability involved, so supernatural, a little bit of that. But it's a cute one. It's pretty fun. No, she doesn't talk to zombies, at least not in this one. There's no telling. It's a series. This is the first one. With all the series, I always tell you about the first one, and then if I get the second one with like the Ron Ripley books, yes, I am hooked on those books. I'm hooked on the Stuart Jaffe books too. If you can, I still think he has some of his box sets that are fairly inexpensive. Stuart Jaffe has a very, very good supernatural series. One of the books is called Southern Gothic. I'd have to get out my list. I have read every single one of them in that series and love the characters, love the way he has done things. His main characters, there's three. One is a ghost of a PI who was murdered in the 30s, so he's got the whole Columbo look. Then there is a husband and wife PI couple. She is a witch, or she's developing into a witch. He is just a plain old PI, but he has the gift of seeing ghosts, seeing and talking to ghosts. She can sort of, I guess she can too, I don't know. It's been a little while because I've had so much other stuff to read, but they deal with all kinds of great stuff. The author Jaffe does talk about real places where he lives, or around, it's on the East Coast, North Carolina, one of the Carolinas, I think, because he uses the word southern a lot, so maybe South Carolina, Raleigh, yeah, I think it's South Carolina, but he talks about he talks about real places, and he will actually give you a little bit of a history lesson about the places that he talks to, and he'll say, okay, yes, this place is real, this place is not, this is what this looks like, I changed this, but it's really fun to read his work, and he does it's out on video as well. I mean, not video, audio. He's got it on audiobooks as well, so if you get the box set, it's really worth the price. I think there's like 3 books in each of the box sets, and he has like 4 or 5 box sets out already. I'll have to look and see how many more he has. But that's me. That's it for this week. Next week I will be, sorry, I had to get something. After I finish this video, because it starts my new week, stitching week, I will be returning to my regularly scheduled stitching schedule. I will be going back to the projects. So I'll be doing Knockoff Minerva. Right now she's halfway done, like that. So I have this top part left to do. So from her waist on up. And then I put this away, and I don't know why. So I'll be doing her, and hopefully I'll get all of her cross stitching done, and just need to do the back stitching and the beading. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, these leaves here are craziness. So what I might do is do the back stitching from this top limb over, and that way I have a place to actually start stitching from. Otherwise I may end up miscounting and have them all over where they don't need to be. So there's that. With my fingers I get it done right. And then the next one is, I have it upside down, Charting Creations, The Magic of Books. And I want to say this was by N. I think the artist is N. Northup. I finished page 2. So I'm still up in this area, but I just finished page 2 over here. So now I'm going to start on page 3, and I can't wait. I'm very excited about that part. I'm hoping, plans-wise, if everything works out correctly and things don't get too complicated for me, that I will have that top row done. No, because I think there's 6 pages. I think it's a 6 by 5. Or I'd have to look again, but I think it's a 6 by 5 or a 6 by 6. Something like that. If I can get 2 more complete pages done, 3. If I can get 3 complete pages done by the end of the year, that would be fantastic. I'm not going to stress if I don't get there, but that is a goal that I would like to work towards. But other than that, I am done. So, thank you so very much for stopping in and for staying this long. If you did, if you made it, I forgot to indicate where my stitching was done and where the rest of it goes, but I'm sure you figured it out. So if anything, just give me a thumbs up. I do read and respond to comments, maybe not right away, but I do read and respond to the comments if you want to leave me a comment. But yeah, I will see you guys on the flip side.